Breaking news, everyone. Due to the conflict in the Middle East with Iran, now they're threatening to attack U.S. banks and also major cities that are soft targets. Now, if they are attacking U.S. banks, it leads us to the question, is your money safe? And in this video, I'm going to break down what you need to do to protect yourself if these attacks happen to the banking system. Now, if you're new to this channel, I talk about credit. So if you like that kind of information, subscribe to the channel and make sure you go to my website and you can download this free heart inquiry removal package for free. The link is in the description of the video and in the pinned comment section. So here's what they're threatening and what's going on. So watch this.
I think that we can expect Iran to engage in 4 types of hacks that they've done before. Number 1, go after our banking system. Number 2, hack the systems that underpin our oil supply. Number 3, our critical infrastructure like water. And finally, mis and disinformation for our elections. They've done all these types of hacks in the past, and I think we can expect more like them in the future.
Jake Braun is a former senior counselor to the Secretary of Homeland Security, now head of the Cyber Policy Initiative at University of Chicago. Braun telling the I-Team one of his first events for the White House was traveling to Pittsburgh after Iranians hacked a water treatment facility in 2023.
Our critical infrastructure is quite vulnerable. They look for outdated systems that haven't been patched. They're weak spots.
We've already seen what Iran's cyber capabilities can accomplish, a country known for its ability to sow chaos with a few strokes on a keyboard. After Operation Midnight Hammer last year, designed to obliterate Iranian nuclear capabilities, Tehran-backed hackers targeted U.S. banks, defense contractors, and oil companies.
They have new AI weapons. So the investment for the secure infrastructure, there's no finish.
Jake Cho is a professor of cybersecurity at Lewis University. He says our deep reliance on networked systems for vital industries like telecommunications, water, and power creates efficiency. But
any vulnerability in software or firmware in any type of hardware, of course, it can lead additional vulnerability.
Braun says if they're not, businesses should be on high alert. In Springfield, the I-Team has seen firsthand the statewide Terrorism and Intelligence Center, also known as STIC, 24/7 analyzing threats, claims of bombs in public places, and the ongoing risk from foreign terror groups of domestic lone wolf strikes.
Iran and its allies have a long history of radicalizing individuals across the world, whether they be in the U.S. or Europe or elsewhere, and encouraging them to take violent action against soft targets.
Now, some of the highlights in that video where it was saying in that news clip that now they have some AI technology for cyber attacks to come against the banking system. So here's 3 steps that you can do to protect yourself. Number 1, make sure you keep some cash on hand. It's very good that you go out to buy a fireproof safe. And if they attack infrastructure, far as lights, electricity, or banking, and you cannot access your accounts, you'll have cash on hand. Additionally, I'm a person that has a prepper mindset. So I always collect silver and gold assets just in case you really have issues with the banking system. I trade out my American currency, which is dollars, for gold and silver. So I get small gold and silver bars and American silver eagles, or you can get Canadian maple leaves, and you can also trade in your US dollar for things from the Perth Mint. Now, this is US money, and you will know this as a silver eagle being valued for $1. But right now, silver is really high price because the inflation that we're experiencing with the US dollar being printed. So this is a better store of money. And you know how expensive gold is now. So with silver, it takes $77 just to buy a silver eagle because this is real money. It's real precious metals. So it's a store of value. And I get mines from Quicksilver. So if you want to trade out your currency, they can send it to you in the mail, silver or gold, whatever you choose for the amount of money that you want. And you can even use a credit card and they will send you gold bullion every single month to your door. So if you want to check them out, I'll leave that link in the description of the video and in the pinned comment section. But a lot of people with that prepper mindset, just in case things happen in war, you have things to barter with. So that's also a good strategy to have cash on hand or things of value on hand for trade. Secondly, you want to have multiple accounts. So I would not just bank with big banks because they're going to probably be the first targets, but I would spread my money around like with local credit unions and those affiliations because they probably wouldn't be the first targets, more or less US banks. And when we had that incident that took place with Bank of America, which I am a Bank of America customer, about 2 years ago, they say that was a cyber attack from Russia. And we all saw our accounts zeroed out, and some people didn't have access to their bank accounts. Now, me, myself, I spread my money out. So it really didn't affect me because I had other places where I had my money. And another thing is having credit lines. So you can also have credit card lines just in case you cannot access your bank account for a couple of days because of a cyber attack. Now, if you have trouble credit and it's hard for you to get credit card lines with my elite credit system, my user Sean was able to go from a 612 credit score all the way with his credit scores over 770 in a matter of 6 months. Now he's at an 803 credit score. So if you need one-on-one help, or if you want to use my AI software along with my credit coaching, those links are in the description in the video and in the pinned comment section. So you definitely want to have credit card lines with various banks just in case of a backup. If something happened to your main bank and that bank is attacked by a cyber attack. The third step, make sure you keep canned goods and some water on stock and on hand. Right now, we never know what will go on. And if some supply chains get cut off, as we saw in the pandemic, some of the things that you might need that are essential items like water, canned foods, and we even saw toilet tissue, the prices shot up. So you may want to get some canned goods on the side because we never know what might happen if infrastructure is attacked. And so if water is unclean or have some terrorist attacks to the water supply, maybe you want to get jugs of water to have on stock because it's good, yes, to have currency, but at the end of the day, we cannot eat currency and you want to be able to protect your family. So having these canned goods in the case of an emergency, and that's what I do, have some things on the side because having that prepper mindset, you never know what might happen. So it is good to stock up on some items just in case something happened, God forbid, but you and your family can have some things to eat and have clean water and some essential supplies stored up. So hopefully this information was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section. More detailed questions for me, you can go to my website and all your questions go directly to my cell phone. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned.